Ahoy, Math 30-1s. Here we're going to do more permutations in this lesson, but this time with cases. What I mean by cases is that maybe you have 2 letters or 3 letters or 4 letters, right? So you have different things that do. So how many different symbols can you make from 4 different colored flags, which are placed on a flagpole? So that means like maybe I could put up 1 flag, right? That's a different symbol. What if I put 2 flags? What if I put 3 flags? What if I put all 4 flags? Okay? I'm going to have different situations here. These are different cases. So one case I could have is 1 flag. How many singles can I make from 1 flag? Well, I could put, if I have 4 colors, I could put like a red flag up, a white flag up, a black flag up. It's really only 4 ways I could do this. But you can think of this as saying 4 P1. I have 4 things. Order matters. I want to pick one of them. So there's 4 ways. Or I can have 2 flags up there. Where I can have 4 P2, which will end up being 12. Right? It will end up being, if we do the fundamental counting principle, it'll be 4 times 3. If you do the formula, it will end up being 12. Or I could do 3 flags. Oh, I just put a C. Why did I put a big C? Order matters. Like if I have the red on top, then the yellow, and then a white. If I put the white on the top and the red and the yellow, that's a totally different signal to someone else. You're communicating to other boats, and you want to make sure the order matters here. So how many ways is this? This would be 24. This would be the same as 4 times 3 times 2. Okay. Next one would be, what if I put all 4 flags up there and see what happens? All right, so it'd be 4 times, 4p4, which is going to be 24 ways as well. I'm not going to talk about why would that be the case? Why is that 24? Why picking 3 flags also 24? I'm not going to really worry about that too much. But let's just do some math here. I'm just going to double check some stuff, and we're just going to add all of these numbers together. So we got 4 plus 12 plus 24 plus 24. So if I add them all together, because that's what OR means. I talked about that before as well. OR means addition. I'm going to get 64 ways. Okay. So when you think about these, you may want to think about different cases. When we did these number ones before, we didn't really have cases. We just, okay, it was less than 4 or greater than 400, less than 400. But now what we're going to do, how many 3-digit even numbers can be greater than 400, can be made using these digits with no repetition. Okay, there's no 0 in there. Now, that one of the problems we could run into is, what if there's a 0 in there? Maybe I'll throw that down here at the bottom of this video. If I did the same question, what if one of these digits was a 0? And then you can run into a couple of different problems if one of the digits was a 0, and we're asking for even numbers. Okay, that aside, let's look at this one here. How many 3-digit even numbers can be created greater than 400? Okay, so 3-digit number. Okay, I want to be greater than 400. So if I'm going to be greater than 400, it's got to be a 5 or a 6. Okay, now this gets weird. What if I pick the 6? If I pick the 6, that limits the choices on the end. But if I pick the 5, that doesn't limit the choice. So I got these 2 cases I got to worry about, because I can't combine them together as one, because I could either put a 6 here. If I pick a 6 here, then, because I got a 5 or a 6 for that spot, if I pick a 6 there, then there's only 2 choices here. But if I pick a 5 here, then there's 3 choices, 2, 4, or 6, right? I'll actually write them all down, right? Oh, stupid thing. Sometimes, oh, there, now it's just going crazy on me. Okay, now if I pick a 6 there, this could either be a 2, oh my lordio, I was erasing it, that didn't work well. This could be a 2 or a 4. If I pick a 5 here, this could be a 2, 4, or 6, right? So I can't combine these together, so I'm going to have to do an or situation here. I have to just pick these 2 cases. Okay, if this has to be a 6, there's really only one option there. If this has to be a 5, there's only one option here. It's got to be greater than 400, so that's why those are the 2 numbers. It can't be, oh, it could be a 4 as well, couldn't it? Oh, it could be a 4 as well. Oh, we got to double check this now. So there's another case. Actually, you probably could. Oh, okay, I'm going to just do the 4. You probably combine this first case in the bottom and this case at the same time. But this could be a 2 or 6. Now this could be a 4. It has to be greater than 400, but 412 is greater than 400. So, okay. Yeah, so these are my cases I have here. So if this was a 6, that means there's only 2 choices there to be a 2 or 4. If this was a 5, there'd be 3 choices. If this was a 4, there'll only be 2 choices because I've used up those even numbers in those 2 cases. And the middle number could be whatever. So how many numbers do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've used 2 numbers up, one in front. So it means I only have 4 choices for all of these. Okay. So it does look like I could have combined these the top one and the bottom one together. But I have 8, 8, and 12. If I add them together, what do I get? 16 plus 12. Mental math is not working today. 28 ways. Yeah, you could have combined the top and bottom one together and could have said, okay, the first digit could be either a 4 or a 6. And then the last digit could be a 2 or whichever number was left over. Once you pick a 4, it would be a 6. If I picked a 6, it would be the 4. So there'd be 2 choices and 2 choices for, and then the 5 case, 1, 4, and then all 3 even numbers at the back. 2, oops. I have a habit of writing of, and I meant to say 4, 4. Okay, 2 or 4 or 6. Okay. And then you could put those together. It ends up being the same. 16 plus 12. Cool. How many, let's try this one here. I want you guys to maybe pause this video and try this one out. And then I'll come back with the 0 one in a bit because the 0 one's a little bit trickier than this one. You notice this is just 1 to 7. It doesn't have any zeros. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I came back. Bam, there's all that work right there. Okay, so let's go through my process of what I did. Hopefully you got the same number I did. So I thought of the 2 cases I could have. What if my first number was even? What if my first number is odd? Because by picking an odd number at the front, I limit my number of odd numbers at the end that I can choose because I'm not allowed to repeat. Okay? But if I pick an even number at the front, then I don't limit my odd numbers at the end. So I have these 2 cases I have to deal with. So if I pick an even number here, my phone was dying on me. Okay. If I pick an even number here, it either has to be a 2 or a 4, right? Because that would have to be less than 6,000. If I put a 6 there, the number's gonna be greater than 6,000. So it's gonna be 2 or 4. Okay, so I just cross off one of those numbers, and then I go over here. My numbers 1 to 7 can be on the back here, but I only want the odd numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4 odd numbers. I'm gonna put 4 odd numbers there. Okay, because I've used one of these even numbers. And then the other 2 numbers in the middle are just the leftover numbers. They can be whatever you want them to be. Okay, so I just have 5 and then 4 because there were 7 numbers. I used 2 up already. In the bottom here, If I use an odd number in the front, so my odd number in the front would be 1, 2, or 3. So I have 3 choices there. So let's say I use the 5, or it doesn't matter which one I use. Cross one of them off. Then go over here. Because I used an odd number up, say like the 5 or something, then I have 1, 2, and 3 choices. So I have 3 choices there. And then again, it could be whatever we want in the middle. So 4, 5, and 4 again. Get those numbers, you add them together, and there you go. Now, what if we did the even one? Oh, even trickier. What if I did the even one, but there was a 0 in the game? What would that look like? Maybe I'll leave that for one of the practice questions and see if that pops up. If that's not the case, I'll just make sure that I don't ask that question. What if it was? Yeah, so we won't worry about if one of the numbers was 0. I'll try to avoid that question because it just adds a little bit more complexity to the question. It just adds another case you have to worry about. Yeah, I won't worry about that. I'll see you in the next lesson when we get to combinations. See ya.